What's up, everybody? Just got back from seeing the Fantastic Four First Steps. Normally I try to do my reviews in the movie theaters to get it done simple and quick, but it was so crowded tonight, and I tried to do it outside. It was raining and hot as hell, but I'm home now. I'm gonna do it in the comfort of my home tonight. So yes, I saw Fantastic Four First Steps. I got this cool little Ben Grimm. Is that his name? I believe the Thing. Yeah, this little cup. They got three more cups like this, and they have a Kirby robot, popcorn, and soda thing all in one. And then they have the big ass Galactus helmet, which is like $70. And I think the Kirby one was like 40, and I just could not bring myself to spending money on that. But anywho, Fantastic Four First Steps. Funny thing, little before I get into the movie, funny little side note that I found out about this movie before I went in yesterday. This is directed by the same director who did most of these It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia shows. Same director. Like the episode where Danny DeVito's like running in talking about, we gotta make a song about how we don't touch kids. Like, that episode was made by this same director who made Fantastic Four First Steps. Crazy work. But anywho, Fantastic Four's First Steps picks up about, I think 4 years. Yeah, 4 years after the event that made them into who they are. And so we're skipping the origin story. We already know what the story is, you know, and we're going straight into it, and where they're in like this futuristic retro 60s type world. And I'm gonna say this without no spoilers. This movie does a great job at capturing just how truly special that the Fantastic Four is in this world, specifically because this is in a whole different world from the other like superhero movies. Like, this is its own world. And I think they're the only superheroes that exist. They're supervillains, somewhat, but yeah, the supervillains. This was a fun time because of the fact that it's just them. It feels like it's not a movie trying to build up the next film. It doesn't feel like it's trying to build up to something like to the next Avengers or nothing like that. It feels like the main focus is here, our characters, what they're going through, and the threat that lies ahead. And that's what I want to talk about as well. First off, I know there was a lot of hate about Julia Garner, or whatever her name is, being Silver Surfer. I'm not going to lie to you, while I was watching the movie, I could care less that it's a woman now. Her action sequences are great, her presence is great, and it's the fact that she had aura even though she wasn't the main villain. You know? It's when we get to space, because if you've seen the trailers, you've seen they do go out to go talk to Galactus. It's when we get to that scene where stuff is starting to feel more serious. Stuff is feeling like dark and grim, right? The action sequence was great on this space scene, in my opinion. Dark Galactus. Look, some people are gonna say, "Oh, they nerfed him." I don't want to see a full-on comic book accurate Galactus, because that's just boring. He's just gonna swallow the Earth. But let me tell you what, even if he is nerfed in here, he is an absolute terrifying presence in this movie. I wasn't so sure about the actor when they picked him. I wasn't too familiar with some of his work, only a few. I was like, oh, I guess, but he did perfect. He did amazing. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, to be real with you. One thing I really liked about this movie as well is Johnny Storm's character in this movie. They really show in this movie in a good way how he's not just some pretty boy face with superpowers who has it made for him. He has ambitions. He's actually smart. He does know how to take some things serious while being, his same usual sarcastic self as well, who likes women. That's one thing I really appreciated in this movie, of how well how intelligent Johnny actually is. I don't really read comic books. I don't know if that's really displayed too much in the comic book. So, to see that finally on the screen and just a different take on Johnny was a nice treat. The CGI, I'll tell you what, was great throughout this whole movie. But there's a couple scenes in there with that baby where it just looks a little off. But, well, I mean, what can you do? It's a baby. You can't really have babies on certain scenes. I understand that. Yeah, man. As you could tell, I had really no problems with this movie. There was something I was gonna point out. I forgot. Oh, if you're someone who's not a fan of like Marvel's sense of humor and like how they always gotta have comedy in it, I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a lot less comedy in here than I expected it to be. Like, once we get told what the threat is and what's probably about to happen, even before then a little bit, but mostly right after, there's not much jokes going around. I mean, there's some here and there, but there was no comedy there. We were watching people losing hope. Like Superman, we gained hope. This movie, we're watching people lose hope, and I really appreciated that. Like, it felt like there was a terrifying apocalypse coming, and people treated it as such. So, I will say that's one thing I really liked about this movie a lot. All in all, man, I had a good time with it. I definitely plan on watching it at least one more time, just to see more things I probably missed first time around. Yeah, man. Oh, and yes, there is 2 cameo scenes. I'm not going to spoil it. So basically, I'm going to give this movie I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I ain't gonna lie. I had a good time with it. It's fun. It's really fun. The action sequence is great. The actors did great. I had a lot of fun with this movie. Definitely one of Marvel's best. So yeah. And basically, the end cameo... Oh, I'm about to tell you all the spoilers. So, if you don't want to see the spoilers, then leave out of here now. But basically, the spoilers... The end cameo scenes is basically... Nah, I'm just kidding. You gotta go watch it.